I'm done with my workout. I didn't have no rock star. I didn't have no bagel with cream cheese. I didn't have nothing in my system, man. Didn't have much energy to push through. So that was a 45-minute hardcore workout. Ugh. Tired. About to go fly a sign before it gets too late. Let me sit here and rest for a little bit. Just for a few more minutes. Oh, tired. Oh shit, I don't have time to kick it, man. We gotta get out of here soon. And I didn't eat no carbs for dinner, man. I had baked chicken, that was it, man. I didn't have no carbs for breakfast. I didn't have nothing for breakfast. I haven't had my first meal yet. But I'm taking this reproductive problem seriously, man. You should too, man. If you don't stay disciplined, bro, you'll never have a family, bro. You'll never reproduce, man. I think a lot of them guys out there in the hip hop, what am I saying, hip hop? A lot of them guys out here in the YouTube streets, they don't take their reproductive problems seriously, bro. They let the years go by and say, you know what, who cares about going on a diet? Who cares about looking good for women? But you got people out here that care, man. See, that's where you go wrong, is when you don't care about your weight. You don't care about your appearance. You don't care. And you don't want to change for, not even for coochie. You don't want to change for coochie. You don't want to change for getting laid a lot more. Some guys don't feel like it's worth it, so they let years go by. Let's get out of here, man. They let years go by and don't do nothing about it. They don't take their situation seriously, man. They undisciplined, bro. You supposed to be with a woman, man. You ain't supposed to be incel or by yourself for the rest of your life. Men and women are supposed to be together, man. That's why you got a lot of these guys going crazy without a woman and shit. You know that guy D? You know, he gonna be alone for the rest of his life. Because once he opened his mouth to a woman, she gonna run away, man. She gonna stop talking to him. And that's how you know he's finished. I told him, I was like, bro, the shit that you talking right now, don't say that to them females, man. I don't care. I was like, bro, don't say it to the females. You're gonna run them away. At least get the coochie first, and then you can talk like that. So you can at least get laid, man. But the way you talking is keeping you from getting a woman. And he's still not listening to me. So I stopped talking to dude, man. I don't want to hear all that, man. The stuff that he be talking, D, I don't want to hear that. Because he finished, bro. You feel what I'm saying? No woman's going to want to be with you, bro. You're going to spend the rest of your years of life alone. You know what I'm saying? You're going to spend the rest of your years of life alone. That's what's going to happen if you don't get your act straight. You feel me? You know, you don't get shit right, best believe, man, you'll be by yourself. Feel me? See, I want to attract at least an average woman my way. That's why I'm on this diet now. I'm fasting and I'm dieting. I think the first meal we're going to have is pho. We're going to have some pho for lunch. I'm always up on pho, man, because it's healthy. You feel what I'm saying? Because we can't be out here by ourselves, man. A man can go crazy if he by himself, man. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't got no woman with him. He can go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs in a minute. He gonna go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He ain't got a woman. What's wrong with being alone? What's up with it, Tyler? Tyler, being alone is not healthy. It causes it causes mental health issues. It causes loneliness, darkness. Okay, you're not meant to be alone. That's the reason why you talk. You don't talk to the wall. You talk to people. See what I'm saying? That's the reason why you're able to speak out and make sounds out of your mouth, to communicate to another person. So you're not supposed to be alone by yourself. You feel what I'm saying? If you are okay with being alone, then you're weak, man. You're at a weak stage of your life. Don't be okay with being alone. Get your money up and get you a woman. You know what I'm saying? Now, especially right now, with the holidays, with everybody coupled up, you know, you got boyfriend and girlfriend walking around holding hands in front of you. That don't make you feel bad. It makes me feel bad around the holidays. You know what I'm saying? Don't say it don't make you feel bad, because I know it does. You feel what I'm saying? And you're by yourself. On your birthday, you're by yourself. Nobody's singing happy birthday to you. Nobody's buying you a Christmas present. You're not going over to your girlfriend's house to get for Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? You're by yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? When other dudes, they got girlfriends, You know, they walking around with the Stacys and the Keishas, holding hands in front of you, kissing in front of you. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me that don't affect you any, bro, because I know you're a human being, and I know that affects you. So walking around and see a Chad walking around with Stacy right in front of you, and they kissing and hugging and shit, and you ain't got nobody to kiss and hug on. You feel what I'm saying? So I know that fucks your head up. You have been brainwashed to feel comfortable to be alone, because you'd rather have you a Stacy or a Keisha, right? Especially around the holidays. You'd rather have a girlfriend to kiss and hug and hold. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be alone around the holidays. I see motherfuckers act the shit up, man, on the holidays, man. Just recently, a father of 9 got killed by a motherfucker who didn't have nothing to lose. He probably got killed by an incel, okay? Or a motherfucker who didn't have a family. You feel what I'm saying? A motherfucker who didn't have nothing to lose, that's probably what happened. He didn't get killed by no family man. I know that for sure. I know for a fact, you know, that this guy that's in a road rage, it was a road rage. A father of 9 got killed in a fight. There was an altercation. The father of 9 got hit. He fell down and hit his head, and then suffered a fucking concussion, and he died just by a fight. You know what I'm saying? So he probably was fighting a motherfucker who didn't have nothing to lose, who didn't have a family. You feel what I'm saying? Who didn't have anything to look forward to, because a father, you know, he'll think twice before swinging on a motherfucker, bro. Unless, you know, he's trying to protect his family. You feel what I'm saying? But getting out of the car and swinging on a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? When you ain't got nothing to lose, I mean, when you got something to lose, my bad. When you got something to lose, you ain't gonna be doing all that. Like this one guy, one time, this one chick a while back, and I forgot to tell you guys this a while back. This one chick, she almost hit me in the crosswalk, right? I'm walking in the crosswalk, she almost hit me. I turned around and I said, what the fuck? You almost hit me. She gave me some lip, you know, start acting crazy. And then I'm at the 7-Eleven, right? And she comes over to the 7-Eleven talking shit in my face. She calls the cops on me, you know what I'm saying? Try to have me put in jail. I'm like, look, you came over here to fuck with me. I didn't go over there to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So I picked up a rock when she came over because she was in her car, and a car can be used as a weapon. So I felt threatened. I picked up a rock. I said, you better not come over toward me at all. I don't want you near me. You know what I'm saying? And this was a black woman.
Wait.
And then she called the cops. The cops came. They investigated. They let me go because they heard what happened. You know, when I told them that she came over to the 7-Eleven fucking with me, I didn't go over there. I just turned around and told her to watch where the fuck she was going because she almost hit me, man. She was inches from hitting me, bro. Inches. You know what I'm saying? And then I ran into her husband, right? Her husband jumped out the car, acted like he was gonna fight me. I said, come on, motherfucker, I'm not scared to fight. And he got back in the car, and before he got back in the car, he was like, don't do it again. And then he got in the car, because I got nothing to lose. He has something to lose. He probably has a family at home. He can't be out there wrestling with no youngster like me, man. The guy was clearly like 60 years old, man. He wasn't gonna wrestle with a 45 dude that looked like he in shape. You know what I'm saying? So no, he had a lot to lose. You know? And ever since then, I still see his wife driving around. I don't say nothing to her. You know what I'm saying? I act like she don't exist, man. You feel me? You know, but the guy had something to lose. That's the reason why he didn't fight me. You feel what I'm saying? unless I was going to attack his wife, I was on the defensive, man. I told him, I said, your wife came at me, bro. She was coming at me. I'm defending myself. I don't care, male or female. I'll fight you too. He was like, don't do it again. And he hopped in the car hella quick. I was like, I said, yeah, motherfucker, that's what I thought. You know, because I ain't scared to fight you, bro. I got nothing to lose. You got a family at home, bro. You got something to lose. Unless I'm being on the offensive, you shouldn't be trying to fight me. If I'm on the defensive, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't fight me. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I'm on the offensive, and I'm trying to hit your wife, I'm trying to fight your wife, then I can see you taking off on me, and we could get into a fight. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm trying to defend from your wife and trying to get away from her, and the bitch was following me too, bro, like she was stalking me, and I'm trying to defend from your wife, and she's out here causing trouble, man. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be trying to fight me, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So he jumped out the car. Hey, man, you fucking my wife, man. You fucking my wife. Older, bigger dude. He bigger than me, too. But I could tell he was older, at least 55, 60. He wasn't in his 40s. He jumped out the car, man. You fucking my wife, man. You fucking my wife. And I was like, bro, your wife was fucking with me, bro. I ain't trying to fuck with her. She jumped out the car. I mean, she brought her car over to 7-Eleven trying to fuck with me, bro. I ain't trying to fuck with her. And I said, he said something. He said, hey, man, you do something. I know where you are, man. I know I can find you. I know where to find you and shit. And I was like, okay, whatever. I said, man, shit, man, let's fight. I ain't scared to fight. I said, man, I ain't scared to fight. He said, don't do it again. And he got back in his car and drove off. I said, I thought so. But that man had something to lose, you feel me? So that's what I keep saying. That's my point, you know? I don't got nothing to lose. I don't have a family. I got goals, but I don't have a family. You feel what I'm saying? But the dude was taller. He was like at least 6'1", 6'2", man. So yeah, he has a family. The dudes who are 6'2", 6'3", they got an easier time finding a family in life versus a guy that's under 6 foot. He gonna have a harder time. That's why it's always good to be at low percentage body fat, because you can't, as a man being under 6 foot, you can't chunk up. That's why I put that beer down. I saw my face getting fat. I was like, hell no. I ain't drinking no more of that beer, bro. I'm going back to straight alcohol. I'm going back to straight alcohol. And I'm taking a long break from alcohol right now. At least 3 days. So I can lower my body fat percent some more, man. So I'm taking my reproductive seriously. If I can find an average woman and be with, that's cool. Like a younger female that's average. You feel me? No kids. Shit, I'm gonna impregnate her. Shit. But I'm gonna have the bag first. So that's why I'm going on a diet, man, because I'm taking my reproductive problem seriously. And I'll look more attractive if I lower my body fat percentage. And I can't get distracted by alcohol, junk food, fast food, all kinds of junk food. You feel what I'm saying? I can't get distracted. I can't be munching at night. I can't be eating chips at night. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to have children, bro. And I gotta look my best. How you gonna procreate, bro, and you look at your worth? You're putting fat on your face. There was one guy here on YouTube, he was saying, man, he was like, don't put fat on your face, man, it'll make you look less attractive. He said, the fat, it hides your bone structure, man. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna have a jawline, you got fat on it, man? You know what I'm saying? So once I saw myself gaining weight, I said, no, put that down. Put it down. I don't want this to happen again. Because I was terrible when I was fat. No female wanted to pay attention to me. I couldn't get a date. back in 2017 before I started using steroids. I was upset. I was mad at the world. I was angry because I couldn't get a date. I couldn't get no female to go out with me. Then one day I said, fuck it. Give me them steroids. Boy, I dropped that body fat percentage quick. I dropped that body fat percentage quick. Like within a couple of months, nigga, I was lean. Because I was working out like at least 3 or 4 hours a day, bro. With no struggle. Right now, if I worked out 3 or 4 hours being 45, I won't be able to do it. But on the roids, I could work out for 2 hours easy, man. I could do an hour of cardio and an hour of weights. All in one swoop, you feel me? But a lot of you guys gotta start taking your reproductive problems seriously. Cause I see a lot of cats, I see a lot of cats out here catting around and shit. Just la la la, it's all good. You know, God, He gonna give me a girl. He gonna give me a woman. You know, okay. You see what happened to Mr. 27 years. He was talking about he was waiting on God too. And he been single for 27 years, bro. That's a world record right there, bro. I had to block his ass, man. Cause he started making threats. You gotta be careful with your incels. They ain't got nothing to lose. They'll find you and kill you, man. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta be really careful with the incels. You know, them motherfuckers ain't no joke. You know, so I nipped it in the bud before it got out of hand, man. That's why I blocked him. But I refuse to be single for 27 years of my life, bro. But I might as well go jump off a building and kill yourself. Well, don't take my word for it, shit, but it's like, man, being that long without a woman, though, is that really healthy for your mind and your soul and your body? No, it's not healthy to be without a woman for 27 years, bro. Just like it's not healthy for a woman to be without a man. Imagine if a woman was without a man for 27 years. What if that shit was reversed? But some of the females that come around my channel, they don't understand what it is to be a man. But I'm gonna tell you what, nature is very cruel on us, and nature treats us really, really horribly compared to women. Women, you can find a man very easily, even if you're average looking, especially if you're average looking. Average women got it good nowadays. They can get a man that makes a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? A guy who's making $300,000 a year. A guy who got his shit together. They can skip out on the brokies nowadays. They don't have to sell for a brokey. You feel what I'm saying? So nature is rough on us, man, because they expect us to build, man. They expect us to get the bag and shit. You know what I'm saying? They expect us to get the bag. That's why life is rough on you. You're broke, you're not a man. Simple as that. You got the bag, you a man. Oh yeah. If you got the Lamborghini and the Ferrari, you are a man. Even if you got sugar daddy money, which is a Porsche and a Corvette, you a man. You know what I'm saying? You got some type of money, man. But a man who ain't got no money, bro, he just looked at as a straight up bum, dusty loser. Unless he's at the top of the food chain with looks like Chad and Tyrone, he's looked at as, you know, like that, you know? You feel me? So a lot of guys, God damn, I got so on my face. Got something on my face. Awesome. Whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys don't take it seriously, man. So they let the years go by and don't do nothing. Like, man, you better enter a role, man, and get your grind on. You know, If I'm putting on weight, that means I'm not taking my reproductive problems seriously. It's like, nah, you gotta eat healthy, bro. Plus, it's healthy. You live longer and shit if you're eating healthy and stuff. And then you attract women at the same time. So I had to put down that beer and start eating healthier, man. Kelcat wants girly sub 5. Need not to apply. Yeah, I don't want no ugly women, bro. Nah, women who are below average looking, no thank you. Not for a long-term relationship. She gotta be at least average looking, a 5, 6, or a 7. For me to be in a long-term relationship, she gotta be a 5, 6, or a 7. Can't be in a relationship with a female that's a 1, 2, or a 3, or even a 4. No, she gotta be at least a 5. And there's a difference between a 4 and a 5 in looks, okay? You know what I'm saying? What's up with it, Captain Commander? Nah, guys gotta start taking their reproductive problems seriously, or you're gonna fade away, man. You know what I'm saying? Your genetics is gonna get erased, man. Like me, man, I'm to the point where, like, shit, I'll steal somebody's girlfriend just so I can reproduce and have her have my babies. You know what I'm saying? For real. That motherfucker who took Ty girl from me, he didn't give a fuck. He took her away. You know what I'm saying? Get to a point where I take somebody's wife too. I got the bag, you don't. Sorry, sucker. I pulled up on your wife in that black Porsche, and you got a Honda. Your woman is gone, man. Especially if I pull up to her in a Lambo. Your woman is history, man. She coming with me. She got the guy with the money. You feel what I'm saying? And I could care less if you cry at home. Man, my wife left me. My left me for a rich guy. Yeah, because you should have got your shit together. That's my hoe now. Me and her, we about to travel the world. We about to eat some lobster, steak, and shrimp wherever we go. I'm about to buy her nice things. I'm about to treat her like a princess. That's my hoe now. Well, you can't really treat her like a princess if she's a hoe. They're like, you should have took her. How you think I felt when I was coming up in my younger days? I got Gwen taken away from me by a Chad Rowe, okay? He didn't care. He wanted that woman. So he stole her from me, man. Actually, she was with him first, and then, he came back into the picture and took her away. That motherfucker didn't give a fuck about how I felt about it. That's how I look at it. If I pull up on your hoe, if I pull up on your bitch with the Lambo, and you slacking in your funds, you broke, your bitch is mine. You feel what I'm saying? What did Chris Brown say? Just got rich, took a broke nigga's bitch. You know what I'm saying? You should have been up on your grind, nigga. You should have been buying her nice things and stuff. Nice shoes, nice handbags. You know what I'm saying? You should have been treating her out to 5-star restaurants, eating lobster, steak, and shrimp all the time. Seafood. Treating her to the nicest things in life. That's what women like. So if I pull up on your woman and you ain't got your shit together, nigga, that hoe is mine. She all mine. She gonna be sucking my dick. She gonna have my babies. You feel what I'm saying? She gonna be having my babies. You ain't gonna have none. That's what I gotta do to reproduce. Shit. All is fair in love and war Money game wins. Yeah, it does. You know. You know. And the short ball dude out here lying to people and shit. It's like, bruh, stop the fibbing, bruh. You left out a bunch of details. You feel me? You left out a bunch of details. You know what I'm saying? When motherfuckers get laid, bro, they're very detailed oriented, bro. They go into details and shit. You know, like me, when I tell you about a female I just met or a female that I like, I go into details about how she look and everything. This nigga left that out. He just said that she was his height. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, I can just tell this nigga is lying, bro. Like, bro, stop that lying, man. You don't have to lie to kick it, bro. You know, all this lying that he's doing, bro. And then the story is very short too. It's brief. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, stuff like that. You go into details. It'll be like a 30-minute live or a 40-minute live or even an hour live. Like, damn, I finally got laid, bro. I finally got laid. After years of trying, I finally got laid, bro. I'm telling you, I got that ass, you know. You know, he would have been so happy, man. He would have been in a good mood and shit. He'd have been like, ooh, man, the sun is brighter today, huh? Them birds are chirping loud, man. Them birds are chirping louder than before, bro. You feel me? You know, the bees and the birds, he would have came out on cloud 9, nigga. Short ball guy would have came out on cloud 9. He would have been floating, bro. Cause it's been a long time for him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, go listen to the story, man. That shit sound fake as fuck. He lying out here in these streets. You know? And then he say he hit it twice. He's lying, bro. Cause the first time he would have hit, bro, he would have fucking like burnt up the road getting here, bro. It would have been fire coming from the shoes, bro. It would have been fire coming from his shoes. He would have been running so fast to get to the internet. That nigga would have been tripping and stumbling all over the place, man. That nigga would have been like the Flash, bro. He would have been here quick. Oh, man, I got laid, bro. I got laid. I told you I was going to do it. He would have been like, you haters, and he would have been tap dancing and everything, bro. He'd have been talking about the haters and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm going to end this live. I got to find my sign. You guys have a good day. Bro, he would have burnt tracks. He would have burnt the track up, okay? It would have been fire coming from his trail. He would have left a trail behind him. It would have been fire. He would have running so fast, bro. And a gone, nigga. Let me hurry up and tell everybody. You know what I'm saying? You guys have a good day. I'm out, man. Peace.